A lot of you guys have been hearing things about Web3, Web3. Somebody that trades Forex, somebody that even trades crypto, that we do together will come and meet me and say, Miracle, please, now I want to start this Web3 that you guys are doing. And I get so confused, right? I get so confused. I was like, okay, no problem. Let's see how it goes. Okay. So just to be sure before I proceed, can you just type fire on if you can see my screen and you're ready to start the class? Type fire on in the chat box. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Now, this is to bring to your notice. This is our second to the last class. Our last class is going to be on Friday, right? But I think when it comes to the whole introduction to Web3 and blockchain, we're going to end today. That next class, we're going to just be going into the next form of what action is going to be needed, right? Now, mind you, for those of you taking today's class, please and please, I am telling you now, I am going to be saying a lot of things that are not on this slide. So it is going to be of your best interest to jot down things, right? So Web3. What is Web3, right? Web3 is the current evolution of the internet that is decentralized, user-owned, and powered by blockchain, right? So instead of platforms controlling data, users own their data and digital assets. So you would understand how Web3 is when I'm able to explain to you the evolution of Web1, Web2 to Web3. So when it comes to Web3, right? How did you get to Web3? What prompted it? Why Web3 even in the first place? So Web1 is the whole internet that we are using today started from Web1. Okay? It started from Web1. And Web1 is like the version of the internet that only gives a one-way communication system, which is known as the read-only communication system, right? Is where you cannot give feedback, right? So one of the I would like to say Web1 is the version of internet where information can only pass through one way without getting feedback. So let me explain. One of the biggest example of the evolution of Web1 internet is the radio, right? Our radio station, you listen to Wazobia FM, Full FM, Igbo FM. In Lagos, I think in Lagos there's Wazobia FM too. There's Invicta FM, and so on and so forth, right? So this is it. Since there are all of these things, how is it then possible? You listen to most of us, those of us who are opportune to have listened to radio, we understood that radio can only give you information. It can't take back information from you. There's no way for you to receive feedback, right? That's why most times when radio stations are having a program and they need interaction on that program, they have to leverage towards to the GSM system of communication, where you call them, they answer you, right? Once they answer you, they tell you, when they talk to you, you talk to them. So that is a kind of a two-way information system. So that is just Web1. Anytime you want to remember Web1 with radio, with this scenario of radio that I've painted, it should give you an idea of how it works. And then from Web1, we now evolved to Web2. Now in Web2, is no longer a one-way it's no longer a one-way system of communication, but a two-way, whereby people send and receive information from a particular platform. And examples of this Web2 is, of course, first is our modern website, where you can in websites there's a place where you're always required to put and get feedback, right? So that in itself is also like very, very important. Okay, it's also like very, very important. So the second one is social media. Facebook, you write a picture, you post a picture about yourself and said, I am feeling very beautiful today. And somebody will just come and say, oh, you look amazing. Someone can come and say it's a lie. You're not beautiful. You know, two-way information. You dropped an information there and someone responded to it and that information got to you. So that's what the simple thing about what Web2 is. Now, from Web3, you now say, okay, since Web1 was one-way information system, Web2 is two-way information system. Web3 should now be three-way information system, but no. When it comes to Web3 is focused on two things. Number one is decentralization, and number two is you having the autonomy of your own content, you having the autonomy of your own information, right? All your information now currently is held by Facebook. But imagine Facebook, where your Facebook account, every information about your Facebook account is owned by you, right? So the two pillars that are holding Web3 is number one, decentralization. Number two, self-ownership of information. Self-ownership of what? Information. So this is just the evolution of Web1, Web2, and then what? Web3. So why does Web3 matter? Okay, why does Web3 matter? Mind you, I told you guys it was going to be a short class. So first is that Web3 gives power back to users, right? Some of you, any small thing, you're afraid that Elon is going to block your account on Twitter. But if Twitter was a Web3 platform, you will not have that power to do so because it defeats the whole purpose of Web3. Number two is to enable financial inclusion, right? Number two is enable financial inclusion. Number three is transparency and trust. In Web3, there is completely transparency, and what trust levels are always increased in Web3. And then the last but not the least is borderless innovation. You know, a situation whereby they will come and they will say, no, Twitter can no longer work in Nigeria. Twitter cannot work here. There are some countries that currently I think Facebook is not able to operate there, even to date. So all of these issues is what Web3 is trying to fix. So the core technology of Web3 is blockchain. I will not explain what blockchain is because we have done it at the beginning of this class, right? But let me explain what is the relationship between Web3 and blockchain. Blockchain is one of the technologies that is built on Web3, right? But it's built using the whole core principles of Web3. But mind you, it is not only blockchain that is part of Web3. For those of you who would like to write, we have blockchain, number one, right? Technologies that really leverage Web3. Number one is blockchain. Number two, AR, VR. Number three, AI, artificial intelligence. Number four, Internet of Things. Number five should be what? Well, you guys should go and find. Okay. So another core concept in Web3 is smart contracts, right? What are smart contracts? Contracts that are smart, as simple as it is. What are smart contracts? Smart contracts are contracts that are what? That are smart, in the sense that they are like self-executing code stored on blockchain. So smart contracts I like to define them. For those of you who would like to write, let me give you a simple definition that you can work with. Smart contracts can be defined as a set of information given to the computer that enables it execute without a direct execute without a direct go ahead because of the automation of transaction that has been carried out beforehand. Don't tell me to repeat. Okay, so what I simply mean is that in blockchain, right, smart contract are a set of information that are stored on the blockchain that instructs the computer what to do when certain actions are being taken, right? It's somehow automatic in the sense that send this person the NFT when he sends 1 ETH to me. So that means if you try to send only 0.8 ETH, you will not receive the NFT. You have to send complete 1 ETH towards to receive the NFT. It's just that simple. Let me use a real life course, a real life example. For example, your mother sells provision at home, and somehow she will now tell you that she's going to the market, that Baba Mariam is going to come to the shop and he'll be needing 1 crate of mineral. Okay. Sorry, guys, can I be heard? Esther, can I be heard?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Sure. So, so you can imagine something where your mom is going to the market, right? And she now tells you that Baba Mariam is going to come to the shop, or Jacinta's father is going to come to the shop to collect 1 crate of mineral. Before you give him the 1 crate of mineral, ensure you collect 4,800 naira from him. That is a smart contract, and your mom leaves the shop. When Baba Jacinta comes, when Jacinta's father comes and says, give me 1 crate of mineral, here is 2,000 naira. You say, no, I was instructed to collect 4,800 naira before giving you this 1 crate of mineral. So imagine something like this code that is being stored on the blockchain. That is what we know as what? As smart contracts. So decentralization, I've explained decentralization, right? Where there is no central authority, but a community-driven governance. And it also increases security and reduces censorship. So now this is a little bit of the Web3 ecosystem overview. We have cryptocurrencies, we have NFTs. The sweet part about all of this is that I told you that these classes are going to be like build up of what we have initially done. So that it's now taking you back to go. If for those of you who were not paying attention in the last class where I was explaining on this concept, you want to go back, right? Cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, DAOs, Metaverse, and the rest. So we know what cryptocurrencies are, right? Now, I think I'll just talk about the ones I didn't talk. Now, DeFi, I spoke about DeFi extensively the other day, where I said DeFi is simply becoming your own bank. You want to go and check it, right? So maybe what I want to talk about here is DAOs. DAO is a short form for decentralized autonomous organizations. And they are kind of organizations that are governed by smart contracts. They have no central authority. That's why it's called decentralized. Okay, so there's no CEO. Decisions are made by people or members of that DAO, and there is always a criteria for you to be a member of that DAO. Let me give a practical example. There's a criteria for some of you to be indigene of Enugu State, and that is because it's either you were born there or your parents are from Enugu State. If none of this is the case, there we have a question to ask. Or I think if you marry from Enugu State, right? It's either you marry from Enugu State, you're born in Enugu State, Sorry, you're saying something?
I think
Stella,
that
were you
was
saying
a
something?
mistake. That was a mistake by Uday. She has muted herself back.
Okay, Chisom, you want to say something? You're raising your hands.
Please, I can't see your screen.
Really? Stella, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. Please, can you leave the call and join?
Okay.
If you know you can't see my screen, leave the call and join back. That's how you do it. Once you leave the call and join back, you catch up. So I was giving an example of what makes you an indigene of Enugu State, right? So the same way with these organizations, there are certain criteria that makes you become a member of that DAO, right? And most times, the reason or what makes you become a member of the DAO is simply what you holding the token of the DAO, right? When you are a major holder of the token, it gives you an access to what? To DAO. Examples of DAO is Maca DAO. For those of you, you can always go and do your further research and check which DAO is Maca DAO, ENS DAO, right? Lisk DAO, Ethereum DAO, and all other DAOs. So now, what is the real world application of Web3? First is supply chain tracking. I think I explained this during the blockchain, right? About supply chain tracking. Gaming and metaverse. Healthcare and data sharing. When it comes out to about information, I think I explained this in our first day. For those of you who were attentive. And then the last is digital art and collectibles. And this is simply what? NFTs. Digital art and what? Collectibles, which is simply what? NFTs. Now, what are the opportunities in Web3 for so all of you joining this course now? Right? What are the opportunities in Web3? So first is actually like developer roles, front end engineering, back end engineering, smart contracts developer, full stack, protocol engineering, and so on and so forth. These are like all the opportunities in for developers. So now you might not be a developer yet, but you're somebody who have what's it called? You have I like you to let me know with the word. You have a passion for developing. So all you want to do is what? You want to know how you will key into any of this. Most times, the roadmap is to start as a front end developer, if possible, front end, back end, so that you kind of become a full stack dev before smart contracts, and then from there you progress into other things. Okay. Now, also for developers, there's also one opportunity that I did not mention here, and that is the opportunity of technical writing. As a developer, is not only writing code, you can write technical documents for Web3 projects. Okay, so now the next is marketing and community management. I would like to say community building rather than management. So for marketing, we have different types. We have growth marketing, we have products marketing, right? We have growth marketing, product marketing. We have why are all of these things about marketing skipping away from my head now? So we have so on and so forth, right? We have community marketing also. Sorry, thank you. So all of this and everything in between, right, are like under marketing. And also community building. In community building, we have community management, community moderating. We have also community marketing. And we also have like a community builder himself. All of these are quite what? Very important. The next thing is content creation, either written content, visual content, or graphic content. The main thing is what? Create what? Content. Graphics, written, or video content. Ensure you are what? You are active there. These are like skill opportunities in Web3 that I'm trying to communicate to you guys now. So now, the next is product management. We have product management, we have project management. All of these skills are also what needed in Web3. Blockchain analytics. Most times, I usually attribute this to data analysts. But it's not that does not mean that for with the foundation knowledge some of you have now about blockchain. If you're a data analyst, you know how you want to tailor your services to the needs of what people are looking for. So I hope this makes sense. So what are the skills you need? So of course, basic coding. I spoke of understanding blockchain basics, which is what some of you came to this class to do, right? Understand how to use Web3 tools like wallets. Is anybody raising their hand? Anybody? You guys cannot still see my screen. Yeah, Zainab, let me hear you. What's the problem?
Your voice is breaking. I don't know why. I have left the call, I have left the call and joined. Still, your voice is still breaking. I don't know if I'm the only one experiencing this.
Guys, is my voice breaking? Like, was my voice broken before?
No, it wasn't on my end.
Because Zainab, I think this is network issue. It's not. Don't leave the call and join back now. Your phone, put it on flight mode and remove
Let me join the class again. Let me leave and join the class again.
Yes, fix your network first. Put it on flight mode and remove it from flight mode so that the network resets, and then you come back to the class. Okay. So let me stop sharing the screen and then resume sharing again so that at least nobody gets any of those issues. We are 33 today. God, how comes? Jeffrey Omeje, you have been absent in classes. Marcus Monday, I'm shocked seeing you here. Yeah, Jeff, you want to say something? Unmute yourself. If you're talking, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, Jeffrey. Just mute yourself back. You can maybe type. I think that works better. Mute yourself and talk. And type rather. Jeffrey Omeje, mute yourself. Marcus Monday, you want to unmute yourself. Is there something you want to say?
Yeah, good evening. You say you're shocked to see me. I mean, I've been active. I don't know. You have not even seen my.
Really?
Yeah, I've never missed
the name doesn't look familiar. Okay, awesome. That's fine. I have attendance, so I will definitely find out more about that. Okay. So just to be sure, guys, if you can see my screen, can you type "I can see your screen" in the chat box? If you can see my screen, type "I can see your screen" in the chat box. Okay, awesome. So right, so I said you need to learn how to use Web3 tools like wallets, exchanges, and all of that, such as MetaMask, apps such as Etherscan, right? All of these, don't limit yourself, right? Learn how to use Web3 tools. The next one is writing and community building, right? Under marketing, I was supposed to add writing, both direct response copywriting and email markets, copy, and all of that. So you need to learn how to write, articulate your thoughts, and put it forth out there well. So the next thing is basic coding. For those of you who are interested in becoming developers, right? So how to get started? The first thing is to join Web3 communities, just like Ida now, right? Take online courses. Stella, can you type mindluster.com in our WhatsApp group? Mindluster, MINDLUSTER.
Please
Together,
come again with the spelling.
MINDLUSTER.
MING.
Mind.
Okay, mind.
Yes, mind
Luster.
luster.
LUS.
Yes, LUSTER. TER. Yes, mindluster.com. Share it in the group. Later, you guys can go and check the sites. They offer up to 30,000 courses, and it's all for free. And guess what? They give certifications too. So you want to leverage that opportunity now. So contribute to open source projects, right? And also attend hackathons. So anytime you see hackathons, try to attend. That's how you get involved, right, with things about the Web3. So one of the ways of also replacing this hackathon is also attend Web3 events so that you can connect to as much people as possible. So what are the challenges in Web3? One of the first challenges we have in Web3 is scalability and regulation. Right, up to now, with how big Nigeria is, we don't still currently have a very clear legal framework around regulation. And that's so sad. Okay, so the next thing in Web3 that we're supposed to be careful with is, and as a challenge, is UX, right? User experience issues. Some of Web3 sites are hanging. They are not as easily accessible as www.google.com. Another challenge in Web3 is scam and misinformation. It's very easy to be scammed in this industry if you're not careful with your information. It's very easy to be scammed. Okay, so what are the myths about Web3s? That Web3 is a scam. It's lie. Some people say Web3 is just crypto. I think I gave you different approach, different applications of Web3, right? And then some people say Web3 is only for techies. All of these things are myths and just what? And lies. So what is the future of Web3? Right, I've already said it already. Integration with AI and IoT. IoT simply means Internet of Things. For some of you here, let me tell you now, I'm going to be giving this free alpha here. For some of you that are young, either in your 20s or not yet in your 20s, and you're looking for an industry that is not yet oversaturated, where you want to go and dominate, I'd advise you, explore and learn so much about Internet of Things. It's going to be like a game changer for you. Okay, write content about that. As people are pushing tokens, pushing coins, you are building value that will last for a very long time. Okay, so the future of Web3 is second is real world tokenization. We are already doing that. You see, there are some platforms now like Oro Gold that have tokenized gold, right? And then the next is government and enterprise adoption. This is already happening so much with Solana. So what are my final thoughts? Web3 isn't about replacing the internet, it's about reclaiming it, having your own information in your hand. Okay? So thank you very much. I promised that today's class was not going to be very long, and that was why I hope I kept to time. So guys, do we have any questions before we proceed? Any questions at all? Yeah, Michelle, you have your hands are raised.
Okay, sir. So, as this is our second to last class, will our last class be like a sort of an exam for this course?
I will communicate about the exam in the last class.
Okay.
I just know that you guys might be writing your exam on Saturday.
Okay.
Thank you for this question. You just reminded me so that everybody can get prepared.
Okay,
it's going
sir.
to
Thank
comprise every single thing you have learned since you joined, from the beginning down to the end. And you're not expected to fail you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any more person? Appa Emmanuel, you have a question? Your hands are raised. Please unmute yourself, Apa Emmanuel.
Okay, sir. The Internet of Things, is it a website or I don't know, where will we find it?
I so much don't want to answer this question, but I think I will just have to. So Internet of Things is just like blockchain, and you come and you ask me, is blockchain a website or where can you find it? You have to do your research about it. I just mentioned something. You'll be the one to do your research about it. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. Zainab Ibrahim Muhammad.
Yes.
You raised your
Are we
hand.
having class tomorrow? Because last week they said that we are going to have class Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yeah, I compressed a lot of the things we are supposed to do.
Can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
So we compress what we are supposed to do across tomorrow and next tomorrow in our last class on Monday. So we'll not be having any class tomorrow till on Friday.
Okay. Again, there are apps that that you said that we should download and go and get familiar with. I downloaded. Is it that you mentioned three? I have two: Trust Wallet and Binance. Is there any other
Well,
apps that you recommend?
yes, I recommended a lot. You have to go back to the recording to pick out what because I remember that day I mentioned it over 5 times, right? So you have to go back to the recording to find out the apps.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Is that all? Is that all?
Yes, that's all.
Okay. The next is Marcos Monday.
Good evening, sir. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so I just want to be clear, concerning the opportunities that we have in this Web3. So if someone wants to like take on any of these opportunities, do they require like a certificate to show to the maybe the developers or the person that you want to actually work for? Do they require certificate, or how do you guys do it?
Yeah, you have to first of all go and get the skills. Sometimes getting the skills from certified people, it does not necessarily mean that you know how to do it. Someone that does not have a certificate but actually knows how to do the job will have an upper hand than you that have a certificate but don't know how to do the job. So here's my advice. As you go to get certification courses, any of these courses, you can go on Coursera, on Udemy, and do the course to get the certificate. Or this mind luster that I shared now, I think almost all of them are there. So once you go and you get the certificate, work on your experience, work for free if possible, volunteer for people so that you get you get what we call experience. So that when a real role is being handed to you, you execute it effectively. I hope that makes sense, Marcos.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Salome, that is Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you're next.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Emmanuel.
Okay, sir, this under this developer role, like the front end and back end engineering, like what are those?
Ah, I would have given you this thing as assignments. So when it comes to building, right, writing codes, and building of applications, softwares, and websites, there's what we call front end side of a website. There's what we call back end. So it's just about front end has to do with anything that has to do with what you can, the functionalities that you can vividly see. Why back end are the functionalities that you cannot see, but are being executed like from the back end. So when building applications for people who code, programmers, they are always divided into two. There is front end developers or programmers, and then there is back end. So it's a normal thing. It's norm. but you can always go and do more research about it to find out what they are. But this is when it comes to developing, it's not just only one person. If one person can do both the work of a front end and a back end, we usually call that person a full stack developer. I hope that makes sense to you.
Okay, yes, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Chisom Chukwudi.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Chisom.
So my question is, after our graduation and receiving our certificates, what next?
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Okay, no problem.
Not tomorrow, on Friday, sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Mr.
So,
Miracle.
yeah, can I be heard?
Yes, you can. I wanted to
Uh,
point that somebody is raising their hand.
yes, Jeffrey Omeje, right? Jeffrey Omeje,
Yes.
unmute yourself if you want to ask.
I think he's not on the call again.
Jeffrey Omeje is on the call. I can see him. Jeffrey Omeje, if you are speaking, we cannot hear you. I think he has a network problem. So see what you should do, Jeffrey Omeje. Type your questions on our WhatsApp group. Type your questions on our WhatsApp group, and then I'll give you an answer there. Thank you very much. So, guys, we have actually come to the end of the class. It was nice having this swell time with every one of you, right? And I hope to see you guys on Friday. Let's have a wonderful